Well, here's what it takes to try to get rid of these rocks. Keep sitting there for hours and drilling holes. And then they'll later come and put some chemical stuff in it that when it gets wet overnight is supposed to expand and crack moldy. So we shall see. Well, we can start walking on it. Yeah, look at all the holes in this rock too. Okay, so here we go. I think I'm going to give up and push it out as far as I can. Go back as far as I can to get the minimum slope. Looks like this will be basically about the same as the other one. Don't see much breaking in the rocks here with the goop in them. But they're supposed to be the big jackhammers tomorrow. Well, here we go. Had to bring in the big 90-pound with a compressor. Try to get these rocks. This little wimpy electric didn't do tiddly.
Well, I've had to do it before, dude. Knock you out. I'm gonna win.
Okay, this jackhammer's so tough he's got to duct tape himself back together.
Yeah.
Chewing at his leg.
What's that?
You got dirt supporting you all the way back to here. Oh, we just keep kind of just smooth pushing it off, pretty much, or?
Yeah. I'll try to go down there right now and just.
Or get the rest.
I was really hoping I could get like a.
Here we go. Excuse me. Fun, 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 fun. Okay, so here we are one day after jackhammering. Tomorrow. And the big one's still there, so back tomorrow. Unbelievable amount of work. Can't even believe I was contemplating doing that myself. Oh, man, no way in the world. And here we got her from the top view. Hey, we got them down, gone up here. But geez, lots of riprap for next door. Here they got in the second half of this rock, and man, look at all these boulders, geez. Well, like magic, it's all gone. Oh my goodness, what a job. Unbelievable. So we'll see if they got hooks tomorrow to start leveling and digging out and all that stuff. And guess what? There it all is. Again, riprap all over the place. can't beat that. If it was me, I'd stack it up there, but it ain't going up there. So, took the jackhammer and chopped away that retaining wall some more to try to get it deep enough so I'll have to do the drain lines once. Sealed retaining wall that I just jackhammered.
Oh, right there?
So here's the wall we got it punched through, and those will be the new drain lines. What a mess. What a mess. Well, here we are. I dig out some more, and of course, trying to think of, should I do things a little different? So rather than cutting out this whole corner thing, this wouldn't look as bad. Just wish I would have thought of it beforehand. Oh well. Live and learn. Yeah, so we got all these strings trying to visualize something here. This looks like it would be a lot better, but a lot of dirt to put back in. Well, I've just put the old platforms back in, or working on them. After we got the railing put back together, which actually came out pretty nice. Can't even really tell there's an angle there. Goes right down the side, which makes it look real nice. I'm trying to get the old pipe angle. See if it all fits. Okay, they dug out the path yesterday, put in the footing forms. Definitely looks a lot nicer with the little angles in there. We'll see if they show up today in form or not, don't know. Working on the old piping. Took it out yesterday, so at least I got 4 wide. Now I gotta figure out what to do with this darn retaining wall. Well, I got all the posts out over here yesterday, I think. All the concrete, all the everything. What a mess. Nice to be able to borrow a nice jackhammer. Okay. Starting to go and get some things done. Had a good crew here today. Big change from other days. Well, darn. More rain. So we got the hatches batting down here as best we can. So close. So close. Okay. Look at the water running against the right side of the wall. It's supposed to have sloped away from the house, and it isn't. Well, we got water down here, which I don't know where that's coming from. Well, we got a low point in the concrete, so it just settles water here. Okay, so here we go with, again, the water issue. Down here it drains against the wall, but as we go up and look, right up here we start seeing the red line, which I'm assuming is their level or higher from the other side. And over here where it drains toward the house, it's low. And there are places where, like in here, it's probably a good ½ inch to an inch. We continue to go up and you can see a red line, which means it's low, so it's tilting toward the house, which is not what it's supposed to be. It was paid for to be tilting away from the house. So they never have any question. Continue to see the red line. It's low as we're walking up, about halfway up now. More of the red line here. Again, more of the red line here. We're low. More of the red line. We're just about up to the top. Right about here. Oh, there's some more. Only a couple feet. Finally, it's the same. And on the other side, never see any red line. So it's either at it or high. So basically what we got is one side high, one side low. This is what was paid for. Water runs to this side. It's not a monolithic pour. I'm seeing water in the footing down below, which logically seems like it's, again, coming from them not having nice solid concrete up against the wall. What fun. Well, here we are after the rains last night. I just pulled the cover off. God, it's soaked. But this crew on the right side knows how to form. No question. So that's what they did 2 days ago. I was hoping they'd be back today to work some more, but no such luck. So we'll see how things go along. I'd rather be patient and wait for the guys to do it right than deal with that other wall that's not straight. Fun. I just spent 5 hours over here today moving buckets of dirt, raising the level up. Starting to get here a little closer to pipes going, but man, with that rain last night, it just ripped everything apart. What a mess. What?
Nothing to ornament, that's total. Yeah, good luck getting it out.
So what is this event today?
My birthday.
Your what?
Wow, I'm sounding so excited about that.
How old are you?
I'm 25 in a couple of days.
Quarter century?
In a couple of days, what are we doing here?
Yeah, oh man.
It opens.
Good. And we are honored for the first time to see an additional set of eyes in the family. We now have 10 sets of eyes instead of 8.
Dad,
Do you have anything to say, extra eyes?
On the camera.
I hope you have more problems in your cement. There you go.
Oh, that's not nice.
Hey, she's not nice at all.
Calling me 4 eyes, is that nice? No.
Isn't that a fact? Oh, look at this. I'm speechless.
I hope you have to wear Coke bottle glasses when you go to the doctor.
I would have
He already
trifocal.
wears hers. They're like this big.
Do her glasses
You can't get a bigger monitor. There's no room.
Hard grip.
You gotta throw the kid glasses.
I got my magnifying glass.
And I'd like to stick with this. Come on, open. My card from Eddie and Steve. Ashley will be jealous of my card. I knew Josh would be oh so happy if I left that. It'll go with my
You like that, Josh?
show on ice a couple years ago. Just wait until he sees the rest of the present.
Too big to put up anywhere, so just get a.
Betsy will like it. She'll open it and close it and open it and close it. She thinks it's a cupboard.
I love these. Now I have 2 of these ones. Oh. Well, so sorry.
What is that?
They're pens.
They're annoying thing.
Wait a second, they're making noise.
Yeah, they sing. The whole time they're up down.
Okay, we got to make a bacon.
Make it bigger.
I'll finish this one and then the rest will be to be continued. What's this one? Oh, this is Vanessa Bunch. You have that one too? I don't have sugar. Where's this? The Gerson tournament. I don't know if it sings.
Well, she can put a pen behind it.
Yeah, it does. It features sound. Oh, right. Sweet. Everything I got are features sound. Thank you.
For such a quiet person?
Josh is not
Wait a second. There's 2 people with 4 eyes down there. We have 12 sets of eyes in the family. Oh. What's wrong, dear?
I felt bad.
Where's yours?
You're being obnoxious. Where are yours?
I believe
Where are
it's
your big
16.
ladies? Probably better than the other one.
better in Japanese.
I kick you in the table.
You know what? That's what I was going to say. You could kick him and no one would know. And you announce it.
I'm sure it's fat-free yogurt.
Good.
Yeah, but is it? If you're walking home, it doesn't matter.
At least they don't sing.
Lunch bags. Hello Kitty bag.
Lunch bag.
Ziplocs.
Oh, my whiteout.
What is this all stuff she bought herself and then she wrapped
To
it?
the whiteout, you were there.
Oh yeah.
Tinkerbell's everywhere. Yeah, because my car's full. My car's full. Towels.
I know where you got that one.
Movie gift certificates. Are these movies?
Yes.
Movie
They're
gift.
supposed to be. That's what I asked for.
making
What did I
sure.
get?
I just didn't know what I was looking for.
2 pizzas.
White paper.
Now you can do it again.
Money talks. And if I put any in here, I would have wished you a happy birthday. That's funny. Nice. I like that.
You got 2.
Okay. Is your box? I don't know. It's a box.
It's a box. It doesn't matter.
Who cares what I put in there?
You know, it's
Who
just
cares
one
what's
box.
in there? It's a
I
box.
really need to keep this ice cream colder.
Is the ice cream melting?
It melts before you can even finish it.
It's what?
It melts before you can even finish it.
It's singing. Ooh.
Thank you. Okay.
Free check calendars from Bank of America.
The college like that. Okay, so what's the specific?
What's the We don't ask for specific.
We're having a kid in September. We haven't
September.
told everybody yet, so don't.
So you get a tax write-off this year.
No. Yes, it's 2010. I'm sorry, I'm thinking it's 09. I don't know. I'm thinking of my taxes I'm
Let's go
doing.
to shit elephant. You know how many months? You know?
I'm a goldfish.
That will be exciting, huh? Yeah.
Scary.
You'll do fine.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
That's not yours. That's why you're like pawing around in it. It wasn't what we thought.
I was making sure that
Hey, Grandma.
dad's.
What are those extra gray hair?
I already got gray hair. I'm
Hey, great grandma.
ready for that.
Hey.
No, post that on Facebook.
Great mama. Did you hear that?
What?
Family.
Great mama? Oh, I'm sorry. What?
No posting anything.
No posting on
Why would I
Facebook.
post anything? I want to be older.
I'm just
Somebody called Grandpa.
What?
I feel like it.
Well, hey. There'll be three generations to share September. Oh, well.
Oh, you'll be Nana's favorite now. Now you'll be the one walking on water. I'm smart. That's on
What?
camera.
What?
Oh, we won't repeat that. No.
I'll go enhance the video when I get back to hear what you said.
Enhance it? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Re-listen to it. Birthday present.
I'm hot Wi-Fi. I'm just
Hot wire in the
wired.
whole world.
Oh, this is yours.
Did you get thirsty? More jam jars? Yeah, well, you know, they come all kinds of shapes and flavors. And they come out of the woodworks.
Hey,
We have that for you.
well, thank you. Am I making me older faster?
Yeah, exactly. That's the plan.
I brought your Christmas present.
Hope it's not alive, is it?
It might be.
The swimsuit?
I hope not.
I love my great Nana and great grandpa. Oh,
She's trying to tell us something. He didn't figure that out. I did.
Congratulations.
I know the girls got it.
That is great. We were waiting for that.
Oh, wonderful.
Wonderful.
Congratulations. Oh,
So when is our happy time?
September.
Go see all the pretty days of September. Yay, that's great.
I got one too. Sorry, it's really not your birthday present.
well,
Oh, what do you think, old grandpa? You ready to be a grandpa?
No.
oh, that's great.
Well, it was January when we heard about Christopher, so it must be the month to
And
hear.
Annie and not Sandy.
So
no,
you feeling?
No, we just had Sandy in
Good, really
January.
Tired.
We heard.
I told Josh that triplets run in the family.
We haven't had morning sickness yet.
No, but they're all twins in the family.
There are friends in my family too.
Are there?
There's lots of twins.
Twins in the family.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, there
twins.
are. Oh, it's twins on both sides.
Twins on well, and
Oh, I didn't know they were on our side,
and yeah, Grandpa's got twins and
He had, would have had. Great,
My grandfather had twin sisters.
yeah, great aunts.
Yeah.
And my grandmother had, she lost them, but she had twin boys. She lost them about 6 months. So they would have been my uncles, my great uncles.
yeah, your uncles.
My uncles.
Your
My uncles.
grandmother,
My
yeah.
uncles. Same way here.
They had dinner.
I was trying to figure out if I could wear it in the.
You think it'll, if you beat it on your head, you'll figure it out faster this time?
Yeah, right. Keep the sun off my head.
No, that is very exciting, very exciting. See, some of the things I had put away, I can start working on now.
Oh,
No, it doesn't. That couple's in the paper last week, they've been married 80 years. And she, let's see a picture of him. He's 100 and she's 96. Wow. And they were in a rest home, and he was his walker and she was in a wheelchair.
Okay, so here's the, I put back one of the section of the wall that I took out that I didn't need to, so I dug the big hole in the dirt, filled the buckets up there, leveled it, and found all the blocks that had been cut, so I was pretty fortunate on this one. I don't know if I'll be as fortunate on the next one section, but anyway. Some pieces better than nothing. This is what we look like. Supposed to get big rains. So unfortunately, no wall's going to be done in time. Oh well. It is what it is. Well, here we are. Solid week of rain. All tied down. Trying to stay dry.
These people
Your
moving.
glasses are crooked. Never mind. Oh, mine are always crooked. Oh, it's crooked. He said it makes me taller. I fluffed my hair. No.
Should be running. Can you see me?
It's not fun.
There's a red record.
Oh, wow. How do we look?
Okay, you guys ready?
Sure.
I'm not the editor.
So here we are at the 2009 Campbell family Christmas video. And let's see, we still have all 6 of us. Let's see, let's check the hair here. I still got a little longer than the 2 son-in-laws, so it's not too bad. Doing okay. Where'd Francie go? Oh, there she is. So, we are going to go through it. So let's start off with Josh and Sandy. You got anything that happened this year? Exciting you want to talk about for a quick second?
No, we got
2009.
I say, 2009.
We went to Australia and Disneyland and did some races.
Races. Whoa. How about you two?
We did the same thing. Exactly.
Exactly. We went to Australia, we went to Disneyland.
But you
I didn't do
finished
any
the race.
races.
Yeah, so I did.
And you were talked about more than any one of us at the thing. I
Yeah,
have
that's
on the
what
video. You'll
happens
see
when
in the
you're
video that
last.
Steve
Yeah, he was.
talked about specifically by the announcer. I'm jealous. I didn't even get my name like
But Annie and I caused the great furor because they took our chips away. And I didn't get to
Well,
go
you
to
didn't
Disney.
drown.
There's something wrong
You
with
didn't
that.
drown. You're going
I
this
didn't drown.
year,
Annie kept me
so-
from drowning. I kept her from
So,
talking
Francie, what
too
did you
much.
do exceptionally this year? What happened?
Everything I do is exceptional.
Well, I know that. Didn't you learn something new this year?
Power school? No.
You learned how to swim.
Oh! But that was
Senior
last
moment.
year. It
Okay,
was
want to try
last year.
again? Wait,
No.
this is 2009, dear.
This is 2009.
So did something exciting happen this year for you in 2009?
I learned how to swim.
February.
And she became head of household.
Oh yeah, that's right. I'm the breadwinner.
It's true.
I lost my
It's
pants.
true. He got retired.
They're gonna have to file taxes a little differently.
Lucky man, lucky
No
man.
more. We have to pay high taxes to the government started
That's
in
right.
2010. Man, unemployment's great. It worked for the
You
state.
should have been paying all along. You just need a crooked accountant.
That's true. Hey, at least some of us know we're retired. So let me challenge every one of you out there. 52 and I'm retired. It is great. I love it.
No, he doesn't.
Except the housework is too much. So anyways, 2009. Hope you enjoy the video. And it will be.
What did you do this year?
What did I
Last
do?
year.
What did I do?
2009.
Jeez, there's 2009. Can't you
I haven't
tell?
learned anything.
2009. What did I do last year? Let's see. I got booted out of my company and my job. Hurt my back.
Pissed off people on Sac Tri.
Got people
You
upset.
ripped apart the house.
Beep.
I ripped
You
apart
packed
the
up all
house.
our
I
stuff.
found lots of dry rot in the house.
You raced where?
No, I did crappy racing because I hurt my back.
Your
It was
friend.
pretty hard.
Race across America.
Oh, true. Forgot. Okay, we have some good videos.
The prompter is right on it.
Because I didn't have to work, I did Race Across America, which you'll see. So 3,000 mile on the crew. That was very cool. Live video, the whole bit, GPS tracking. We had everybody watching. It was fun. So anyway, so 2010, I bet will be more exciting than 2009. But of course, we can't see the future, so we'll have to wait about that. But I think something will happen there.
It's the
So anyways,
23rd of January.
So anyway, so Merry Christmas, Happy 2009.
All that.
And 10.
Happy
Even though
Martin Luther
it's
King
gone.
Day.
Hot, on fire, fire, fire.
Oh.
Didn't know we were entertaining this evening.
My auntie is the best.
Oh, that's great.
I know Brandy is
Turn
great.
it around.
All the sisters are going to take credit for that.
You don't get any more stuff for
The
you
one that says
anymore.
my uncle is the
You're already losing birthday presents.
I know, right? Seriously, I'm getting.
Your world has ended.
Ah, she got a birthday present last week.
Good job.
He did that.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah, I got the next one. Charlotte forgot. Charlotte wanted me to open it all.
I want you to know.
No, I left it at home.
Over here.
So what?
Why is it sad? What's the due date?
She visits the ribboned present.
I don't have the exact date yet. I want to update.
First, September 1st.
Barely.
No,
Or
I'll
20th.
cross my
I
legs.
told her when
Oh,
she
we
told
got a
us all the
gardening
beautiful
card. Happy
people,
birthday.
great people were born in
Wishing a
September.
very special person a very happy birthday. Dave, Francie, and the troops. You know, you guys see you're all just part of the troops.
Because you march around.
You got so big.
Sometimes I get lazy, sometimes I write everybody's names,
Well,
mostly
that's
I'm
good.
lazy.
I like the troops.
You see that card up there that's got a squirrel, chipmunks eating a cake?
Yes.
I came from Dory today and she said, they have a limited repertoire here to buy cards. I can give you a feminine frilly thing or this one.
Or that
very
one.
cute. It's
Oh,
cute.
and Sandy, your cake is on the
I think
front of
that's the one
the
that said if
bag.
you eat the cake fast enough, you don't have to show how many camels there are. Well, I want to thank you all for coming. This is a very special day for me to have you all here. Doesn't happen very often.
No.
When it does, it's great.
Monkey cake.
We had two at Toys and Chico yesterday, so they couldn't be here. They just got back.
There's a monkey hanging
We have
down
one
from the sky.
basketball already there. What is it?
The Golden Highway, Highway 49, Volume 1, North. Well, this is the north part of the
Part we live in.
part we live in.
Yeah.
I thought it was northbound and southbound.
Thank you very much.
What a birthday present! Remind them of it.
So we have quite a few people of friends are there.
Edie
I wouldn't go there for anything.
The Palladians there were the biggest grocers and their biggest month in October.
I think that's either
Because that's when everybody gets the royalty
I
check.
lost my pink umbrella anyway.
And they go spend money
There you
before
go.
the winter.
So now I have one for my car for when I forget to take it
Pink
to work.
umbrella?
Yes, it's a replacement.
Might spit on the cake.
God.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Nancy. Happy birthday to you.
Oh, look at that old thing on
One's a
there.
2-5 and one's an over the hill. You have to guess which one it is.
Ready to go?
Sorry, Annie, you already know.
Harder, baby.
Oh!
Josh, we can
Whoa!
They went to my school.
I think we
how to
better
blow
do
kisses.
Man,
He told me not to
geez.
get on it.
Yeah, we
That's, see, that's why I can never blow them out, because all I
That
can
would
think is
be
I'm gonna
a
spit
Not
on the
just a
cake.
bit. Grandpa.
I thought you were all full of hot air.
Your hair on fire.
Okay, we can have.
Josh, Josh,
The next segment that you're going to see is projects that have going on around the house this year. With a little extra time on the hands, it was time to catch up on the house. So I started off deciding I was going to paint the house. So I got one section painted, borrowed a paint sprayer from someone, and got that going. So I then proceeded to do the bottom section of the garage, borrowed like 7 ladders so I could have lots of ladders to climb up and down on without moving them. And right before I was ready to paint, I happened to look way up on the ladder and see an indentation on the roof or by the beam. So I climbed up the ladder and touched the thing. Next thing I know, my finger goes through. Massive dry rot. So I proceeded to then go get some contract and talk to some contractors and see what kind of options I had. One thing led to another, so rather than just fixing the one corner with a dry rot, since I was planning to paint, and I assumed there were other issues, or I thought, as we proceeded to rip the whole deck off, the amount of dry rot that was found in beams, etc., was pretty amazing. This is what happens when, unfortunately, you pay a contractor. When I had the garage built 20 years ago and did not correctly build it with flashing, etc., and dry rot. So that's one set of things you'll see, is the deck getting ripped off and then put back on with as much material as possible that doesn't need to be painted or dry rotted. The next project that I started after that, again with time on my hands, was seeing if I could make a ramp from the top of the house down to the bottom such that I could transport my parents, etc., in some kind of utility vehicle. So the amount of digging and dirt, I think I big time underestimated the project and the expense of what it would take. And you'll see step by step for 2009, the top part was done, even though I have some issues that I'm unfortunately working with a contractor on, since they, again, didn't build things as they were paid to do, which something I don't understand. But anyway, so next year we'll complete, hopefully, the path project from down to the bottom. But for now, again, you can at least see some big time activities, 7 days a week, 10-hour days. For months I've been doing working on this stuff. The next section that you'll see will be my participation as a crew member for Michael Cook out of Auburn for Race Across America, aka RAM. I happened to go off on a ride on the bike with a person I hadn't met. Turned to be Michael Cook, and we got talking, and he was in training to do Race Across America, which is a 3,000-mile bike ride from Oceanside to Annapolis. By far the hardest race around. You have 12 days maximum to do it. So I volunteered to help if he needed, and a couple weeks later he put out a request for more people, and I volunteered. So basically it was 6 of us that crewed, and I think we did very, very well for a group of people who had never had never met each other. Thrown together in a motorhome for 12 days and set off. By far, probably the hardest thing I've ever done. We probably got lucky to get an hour a night sleep. As the crew, Michael probably got 2 hours a night sleep, riding his bike anywhere from 19 to 22 hours a day. It was the most incredible thing I've ever seen somebody accomplish as an athlete. I can't even imagine what went through. I mean, we went through the desert with it hot, not real bad, but went through unbelievable cold up at 11,000 feet in Colorado where he got hypothermia. I'd never been across the country, so it was definitely interesting to see a lot of it, even though we were so darn busy keeping him going that didn't get to see as much of it as I guess I would anticipate it for a 3,000-mile trip in 12 days. He succeeded, one of about 200 people that have tried that succeeded, so it's an unbelievable accomplishment. So a few things here and there, again in the videos we'll show, and also got a slideshow and the stuff. What's also fun on the trip is I brought a bunch of computer technology, so I had live video camera running both in the RV and the support vehicle behind him 24 hours a day for the full 12 days. And we also had the MyAthlete GPS unit both on him and in the motorhome, again, tracking 24 hours a day. We had 6-way video conferencing running, and the number of people that were logging in around the clock watching was just amazing. I'd stick the camera outside the window and interview Michael live. We didn't have things put up on blogs by other individuals helping, so it was just an unbelievable team effort. Great experience, but man, it was tiring. Hope you enjoy.
Hey, I get to introduce the segment about our trip with all 6 of us going to Australia. This whole trip came about because Team USA ITU World Competition for Triathlon was in Gold Coast this year, which is on the same coast as Sydney. Don't ask me which coast that is. It's the east coast of Australia. And Dave qualified for the triathlon, the Olympic distance, and he and Annie had gotten their qualification put for aquathlon, which is run, swim, run, over from the year before, because they didn't do it in Vancouver. Well, then Dave was able to get Sandy qualified and Josh and Steve qualified, and somehow they qualified me, even though you probably heard earlier I had to learn how to swim to be on the team. So that was really cool. Now I like to swim, only now it's raining too much to swim here. So we all flew off together to Australia and had some interesting adventures in the airport with our friend Edie, who was not feeling well. Finally got all to the hotel and did some walking around and going to the ocean. And we ate at McDonald's and Subway, all those American places, Hard Rock Cafe. So we had a good time. We played golf at King Tut's Putt Putt. And of course we actually did compete in the races. Dave and Sandy and Steve finished the aquathlon. Josh did the first run and his back was out, and because well, I call a spade, they lied about the water temperature, so we couldn't wear our wetsuits. So us, that would be me and Josh, non-swimmers, had more of a difficulty swimming. And Annie stayed with me in the run. I should say I stayed with Annie in the run, and she stayed with me on the swim. And when we got out of the water, they took our chips because they decided to, unannounced to anyone, open the road and call off the last part of the run for the women. Unfortunately for them, it was 8 American women that were basically disqualified or didn't finish. Finally, 3 of them got their finishing medals because they actually did cross the finish line. That was pretty exciting. So quite a controversy. But I did get to finish the swim. Annie stayed with me. They kept asking her if she needed help. And then 2 days later, Dave competed in the Olympic distance. He had a back injury, which caused running to be extremely painful, but he ran through all of his races and finished. That was pretty cool. So he's finished Team USA 3 years in a row. And we went to a couple of different places. Like I said, we went out to eat. We went to the Currumbin Wildlife Park. There should be some video of that. Kids petted, what are they called? Kangaroos. And Sandy and Josh held a koala, which Sandy said was very heavy. And we went to the place where you make bears, because we did that in Germany. And we generally had a really good time. So I hope you have as much fun watching as we did doing.
So here we've got them trying to take the humps and straighten out the wall. And here we've got them making a wider footing. At least 18 inches over here on both sides. Actually have a little sun, amazing. Here we got the wall being worked on. I'll make it flat over here. And we got the wall being started over again. Here we got to do the block wall. Check out the footing, so there's steps, nice and wide. First class stuff. Here's the thing. Here, why don't you go take video? Take video.
I've already done this many times. No, that's it. That's all we need.
Eso es eso. Está bien.
Yeah, well, I said Monday night is good. Yeah, you too. Thanks very much. That's fantastic.
Okay, so here we got the latest issue. Right wall. The spec was 6.5 feet from inside of the wall with 8-inch curb out. Well, it was fine on the first wall, but when they replaced it with this one, they came in 6 inches in rather than on the edge of this. So instead of having a 6-inch distance between here and there, it's only 6 feet. So I ran the red line, which I did from day one, which goes from here down to the left side of the post. They put it to the right side of the post, which is fine, except I gotta have it over here the other direction. Robert also mentioned that the cage down here is quite a ways out from under the wall, which he's telling me isn't the way it should be. And then this wall over here, when they did it, again, they are 2 inches off. Inside wall was supposed to be 6 inches from that edge, and now it's 8 inches. Jeez, just can't win. Nobody here today on Sunday, so we'll see what happens tomorrow. That looks like older junk. All the footings are a clean 22 inch, as you can see from that big hump right there. Sorry, 24 inch clean. Okay, so here's the drain line at the bottom all connected up. Got fittings down at the bottom as we go. We got this pipe's up on some rocks. So the connections for this side are, looks like what, about a foot in from the old wall. And the connections for the other one are maybe 4 feet out.